Alrighty, welcome back, guys. I'm going to show you guys how you guys can scrape unlimited leads using Claude Code to build your N8 workflows. Beautiful thing about Claude Code is you just copy the prompt, paste the prompt, and it's going to build you the workflow from ground up. What I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to be giving you guys the prompt that you use, but today we're going to be using anti-gravity. So we're going to be using anti-gravity, which is an IDE. It's pretty similar to Cursor. And by the end of this, you're going to have a workflow that is going to be able to scrape leads for you and create DMs that will be tailored according to the Instagram pages and the Instagram posts. Okay, so let us get started. So this is the worksheet that we're going to be using. So this is for Tradie businesses. And if you're watching this from outside of Australia, so tradies are people who are trades. Could go anywhere from people who are in electrical, blah, blah, blah. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a workflow that's going to generate us 50 leads for us to DM every single day. And if you're hitting those numbers, 50 leads every single day, by the end of the month, you would have, if you DM every single one of them, that's about 350 leads per week, 350 per week, and you multiply by 7. So multiply by 7. Multiplied by 4, it'll give you over 1,300 leads to message every single month. And just basic laws of arithmetic. If you're messaging 1,000 leads per month, you will most definitely get at least 2, 3 coins. So let us get started. So in order for you to do this, I'm going to provide all of this for you. So I'll give you guys the workflow itself. I'll give you a template, and I'll also give you a Notion page that was going to show you how everything is going. And it's just pretty much just a quick reference. But I will also be giving you the setup in which you can copy and paste for the Google App Scripts to create you the Google Sheets. So when you download Anti-Gravity, you're not going to have Claude Code. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to extensions and you're going to type in Claude, and Claude Code is going to come up, and you just install that. Once you install that, let's close this. Once you install that, this instance is going to come up, or this little button to come up on the right-hand side, and you just copy that. What you can do, since I'm going to be providing this for you, what you can do is download the JSON. Once you download the JSON, what we will do is we'll go at template, like help me complete this workflow for N8. However, but I want to use it. Apify is pretty cool. I think it gives you $5 per month. If you utilize the $5, you scrape, say, 300 leads and get one client. You've already paid out your Apify. And you can pay for the $29 one if you want to get more leads. And by then you'll ideally have a lead scrape beast. And what this does is it's going to get the data set as if it's a new, and cross-reference them and give us the actual details for each profile. And then we've got this, which is going to merge the data. And we've got GPT and GPT agents to draft us a opening DM. We've got DM 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna scrape all those pieces of information, put it in the inbox in the Google data sheet, just like that. And this is also to run summary. And you can delay from here. You can kind of just extend to how much further that you want to go. So let us build this out and let us get started. We will start here. You're going to go new workflow, and we're focused to build this for us. Cool. Yep. And standards. The good thing about Claude Code now is that it gives you a prompt. It's pretty intuitive. I say intuitive, but Good thing about Claude Code is that it asks clarifying questions and you just click through. That's if you have a Claude Code subscription, do you need it? I think it's of value. You can just use the anti-gravity LLMs. I'm pretty sure that if you log in with a Google account, it gives you some quota for free. And once you first client, you can just use that capital to buy the rest of the tools. Cool. It's making the edits. Oh, pretty cool. So here you go. So you can just see as it goes through and creates this. While that's working, what we're going to do is we're going to create the spreadsheet. I do also provide. So this is the sheet script. The good thing about Claude Code is it has the ability to write this for you as well, depending on what you need it for. So what we're going to do is we're going to create Google Sheets. So we'll copy it here. Just to create the Google Sheets, the easy way. It's up to you how you want to do it. You can go all the space. The save. Once you click save, we should click run. Run, as you can see, it kind of just starts building out. There you go. Just to show you in your inbox are open. Now, let us get here. So, yes. All right, so that's all done. Now, let us execute this workflow. Let's kill. So, you're gonna find, enter your credentials. So, I just find. So let's open Apify. Let's create YouTube. Like YouTube. Well, sometimes it does go a little bit fixed. So we'll do this. You can. It really just depends. Sometimes you would still have to like kind of finish the rest off by yourself. It just really depends on what you do. But if you are confused or you're stuck, you can just take a screenshot and just give it to Claude, and Claude will be able to help you configure the rest. So yeah, working. This is where you copy your app. You'll be able to run this. This. Cool. Perfect. Because we don't want to keep running. So obviously an issue here. So some of them are private. So the private ones are not through. So we just split that one and we'll pin this. I usually pin them so you don't go through your credits, you don't go through your credits redoing the same workflow over and over. And because you chew them very, very quickly. This box. Just kind of just go through all of them. Beautiful. So that does is it removes the duplicates and removes any data that's not relevant or it's just useless data. And what this one's going to do is going to scrape the actual profile. It's going to give you the last couple of posts so we can get GPT to give us so we can get GPT to write a first draft of DM and should be pretty handy. Let's do the models. The best model I tend to find, it's really up to you, but you're gonna kind of want to use the cheapest model, and we ensure that that's all good, just so you don't have to go through all this stuff all over. Okay, let's execute this. That's running. Let's make sure that this spreadsheet that we just created with the inbox and the master sheet. So inbox is the new ones, and master sheet, what I would recommend is after you've already sent them the DM or whatever, once you've already gone through your process, you move them from inbox into master sheet. And that's beautiful. Cool. That's usually just some people do like going node to node. I prefer just getting all of them done. An error like this, so what you do is you will just copy this, and then you go back to your Claude Code and you just paste it. It'll give us the result. Beautiful. So it goes from change from to this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna copy here, paste. Perfect. Yeah. The custom body. So we'll just copy. They'll give you a couple of options. So Control paste this, and so ideally you just go through these steps, and it might take you maybe 45 minutes to go through this. Since I think what's this is it. So take that and this here. Usually you can just drag and drop. It does take a little bit of it's true. And this is error. You just copy and paste the error that you're receiving. This is a parsing. It would give us cool. So once that's all done, you should be able to merge the profile data, and ChatGPT would analyze this. So you actually need a prompt. So the prompt that I have for you guys is going to be in here. You write one. This is for the system, and you just paste that. Beautiful. And you're going to add another one, which will be here. And you copy this, paste it. User. Full. Execute. Let's execute this. As you see, I pin the data. Once it gets going, that's just the agent organizing the data. Then when we get to here, we will have all these. Well, let's see if it maps it automatically, but usually I'll go think that manually. let's see if we are, if we get lucky, right? I personally don't generally reply. Generally, I would not rely on automatic data all the time unless you've got a system for handling on the basis that it's not going to work every single time. And I'm a believer of reducing uncontrolled variables as much as possible on the basis that it would reduce the potential of things going south, things not going how you want them to go. Beautiful. So that's done. And we'll do the same thing. Just pin those. This one. Let's execute that. Should be able to map this out. If we could map it out automatically for us, that would be awesome. So we don't have to worry. Let's look for three problem. I'll just find pinning it, having to go through every. Let's see if we're lucky. What it will do, it'll draft our first DM. So each DM is unique, um, unique to the profile. I tend to think that if you're doing a bunch of code DMs, you don't want to send the same message over and over, because if you send the same message over and over, you're going to trigger the Instagram bot detection. So this is how you're going to send unlimited leads unique to every single profile, every single time, and going to increase the chances of you closing that lead. So ID not found. So what that means is it's already there. Let's map this out manually. Kind of already did that for us. Well, it's easy. And just form using full name, but follower account, external URL, business account, blah, blah, blah. So let's go business name. Sometimes it doesn't come up, but so we just move this out slowly. DM1 that's been written by ChatGPT is I came across a lot, and I was really impressed by EC ceiling that's off and now being produced for us. It's great to see such focused innovation, especially from home. Blah blah blah. Enrichment status. I would probably change that a little bit to add a question. So it's unique to every single person. And that is how you will send 1,000 custom made DMs every single month and increase the chances of you locking down your first client. This is how you would lock down your first client, just by playing the game of arithmetic. And within time, you would have enough clients to get or to utilize this to run some Facebook ads. Just Instagram. Unless you use Instagram. But if you want to use other platforms and you want to tailor your Apify to attain for multiple platforms, you can 100% do that. The only thing is, if you do that, you would have to change the code. Okay. And let's let that run. Beautiful. So we got all of that done. And let's check our inbox. And just like that, all your leads in there. And you have a bunch of DM statuses what you can do is you can an automation. So once it's contacted, it would move over to master sheet, which I'm happy to do that for you if you would like some info on doing that. You could most likely prompt Claude to add that onto the code. This is just handy because you would be able to, as once it completes, you move on, and this will just continuously keep adding on to it. And if it's, let's say that it's invalid, you just move on to the next one. And with all those in the master sheet, and you can just create a new sheet for potentially have content. Good thing about this is if you use anything, if you use a browser, you could probably get the browser to go through this and do the initial first DM set, or you do the first DM set and you can set an automation, or you could use the messenger agent to do the follow-up for you. And this is just to run the summary, which you would connect another automation in there to get a summary of what you have done, or otherwise you don't even need it. You could just delete that. I'll just do the summary so we could see how many leads we've gotten, and it would summarize the amount of leads that has another Python script in it. But realistically, you don't really need it. Let's see, it's running and beautiful. And this will tell you, you can put in, what I would generally do is I'd put another sheet on there and get that to push that. And there you go, guys. Now you have a workflow that would get you unlimited leads the year at a very, very low rate, low price. And you now know how to use Claude Code to get all of that started. Thank you so much for joining me. Do like, subscribe, and follow usschool.com. I'll be putting all these resources in there. And I will see you guys in the next video.